We're going to move into the next book, The Great Gatsby. It's all about the 1920s. Does anybody know anything about the 1920s?
I'm doing my research paper on it.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it on?
I'm doing flappers and like prohibitions.
Oh, perfect. Roaring 20s, yeah, that's what. And that's a time of prosperity, etc. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Have a good break. Okay. Have a good one, you guys.
Thanks, Mr.
Thank you.
All right.
See you later.
Okay.
Yeah, for a break. I like that.
Not heading to lunch, Allie?
No, I brought my own today.
Okay then, have a good break.
Thanks.
Dear Bethany, you used to love this time of year. You loved the cold, and you loved the feeling that no matter how cold it got, there was always somewhere warmer to go. We used to spend hours by my fireplace in the winter just talking about life and how you could never figure out why you were here. It's funny how some questions answer themselves. That night started like any other night, but ended unlike any other. I took you to your favorite restaurant. I know how you loved the atmosphere and how it made you feel like you were a part of something. But all the sushi and witty pop culture reference wall hangings in the world couldn't have satisfied you that night. I remember you said to me that you wanted that night to be unforgettable. Well, it was. I remember getting the text at 9. You wanted so desperately to go, Bethany. You said you wanted to do something different for a change, and that party was the perfect opportunity. I don't remember how I said no to you, but I do remember your reaction. You told me that I never wanted to do anything fun and that I was boring. The words hurt more than you could have imagined. All this time I thought that we had fun together and that I was fun to be around. But now it was apparent that all I was doing was holding you back. Oh, how I wish I could have. I went home and you went to Steven's party. It was 2 hours before I mustered up the courage to go. I had decided that just for one night, I was going to be the friend that you apparently wished you had. But by the time I got there, it was too late and you were long gone. You had already had one too many, and even the boys you had started to cling so desperately to had started to be put off by your behavior. The night was winding down anyway, so you decided to leave. But not before I confronted you. I told you that you were too drunk to drive home, but the Bethany I was talking to wasn't the Bethany that sat with me by the fire, or the Bethany that used to build forts with me when we were little. She wasn't even the Bethany that helped me through my parents' divorce. To be honest, that night I really didn't know who I was talking to. You brushed me off and told me that it wasn't my decision to make. I told you that it was, since I was your friend. The next words you said to me I dream about to this day. I know it wasn't you talking, but I know the thought must have been planted somewhere inside your head for you to have uttered the words. You told me that we hadn't been friends since sophomore year, that we'd just grown apart and I should just accept it. The enormity of what you had just said to me didn't really hit me until you were halfway across that front lawn. I should have stopped you there, but at the time I just didn't see the point. I swore I'd never cried so much in my life. That is, until I got the call the next morning. It was one of those mornings where everything was so clear, yet so cold. I felt like I could see for miles outside the window through the leafless trees. That's where I was when my mom came into my room, carrying with her the words that will never leave me. I don't believe telling you I'm sorry can make up for what I did by not stopping you that night. Even if I tell you I'm sorry every day for the rest of my life. By letting you get behind the wheel of your car that night, I essentially killed you. I killed my best friend, and nothing can happen to me that will make that any easier for me to accept. I know you didn't mean the last words you said to me, so there's no need to feel sorry. In fact, I'm writing you this letter to say thank you. I can't say that I'm religious, but I believe that somehow you were sent to me to make an indelible imprint on my life. Because of you, I've been changed for the better. I'm stronger now than I was then, and silly things like worrying about what others think about me don't seem as big a problem anymore. 1 year ago, both of our lives changed. Yours ended, and mine began. No longer am I the silent girl who just wants to be liked. You showed me that standing up for a friend isn't always protecting them from others. Sometimes you have to protect them from themselves. I thought that I was preserving our friendship by letting you do what you wanted that night, but really, I was just killing it. I failed my job as a friend by not stopping you, and for that, I am sorry. Wherever you are now, if that be in a next life or 6 feet below the surface by St. John's, I offer you this letter both to atone for what I did, or in this case didn't do, and to tell you that you inevitably helped me grow. But most importantly, this letter is to tell you that I love you. I don't care what you said or what you thought of me, because I love you. Take care now, and I hope that the fire is just as warm wherever you are as it is in my house on this winter night. Tonight, the fire burns for you, Bethany. Feel its warmth. Love, Allie.